when me and my wife, when we got married, check this out. This is crazy. I had a tub at this big.
Yeah.
One of them plastic tubs you get at Walmart.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I keep some T-shirts in them.
Yeah.
To this day.
Well, I kept porn videos in
wow.
it. I had DVDs, so you can
Wow.
imagine how many DVDs was in there. I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
that filled up.
Yeah.
So when I got saved, I knew that was my stronghold. I knew, honestly, and this is no disrespect or how you going
Yeah,
through
no
whatever.
doubt, no
I
doubt.
knew that I couldn't balance looking at women like that and then having my wife over here. I knew that would be taken away from her.
Okay.
So I threw the porn in the trash can when we got married.
Yeah,
outside.
I heard you on that your episode.
Yeah.
You said
I threw it in the trash can, and the next day I went back out there to the trash can and got it out and was cleaning them off. That's how addicted to it I was. I was like, whoa, wait a minute,
That's
I can't
like
get
Pookie.
Man,
Yeah. Yeah, it's your boy Chad Rod. Hey, this is the hashtag #IAMWHOiAM podcast. This is episode 53.
hey, think about it.
Hey man, we grinding as best we can over here, the best we can with the time we are given. I have a return guest with me. He has a phenomenal podcast going. It's really inspirational, really. It is really solid, man. Like, it's giving great information and it's encouraging, motivating. It's very dope. You need to check it. Check it out. It's the Above the Norm. You can find it everywhere, right?
Yeah, everywhere.
YouTube, Facebook, iHeartRadio,
yeah.
Apple Podcast, Spotify.
Yeah, Anchor's the main one. You know, it's on there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we have come on this lovely day. It is winter here in Tennessee, but it feels like summer in Tennessee. So I put the jacket on to make me just feel, kind of cozy, like it's the winter. But it is hot. It is hot. So just for the people that may not have seen the first episode with you on it, man, introduce yourself, sir.
What's going on, y'all? It's Anthony Jones Jr. Some of y'all know me as AJ, Tony. Some of y'all know me as Wee Wee. What's good, y'all? Born and raised Blount County, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Long time friend here, my boy Chad Rod. We go way back, man. So
Yes,
it's
sir.
like it's family right here, you know?
No doubt about it. No doubt about it, man. Let's jump right into it because we're about to lose this sunlight, so we're going to get right to it. Do you believe in coincidence?
Yeah.
You do. Talk to me about it.
What you mean, like it's a coincidence like this happened and all that? Yeah, I believe in coincidence.
So let me give you an example.
Yeah.
So let's say we're just talking about the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I used to see people at the gym.
Yeah.
Do you believe, like, let's say you go to gym Monday
Mm-hmm.
at noon.
Yeah.
What's the coincidence that you're gonna see the same person you saw Tuesday at 7:30 p.m.?
Oh man.
And then like Friday
Yeah.
at 12:30 a.m.
Yeah.
or p.m.
I mean,
Is that coincidence?
Yeah, it's a coincidence. Yeah.
That's coincidence.
Yeah.
So you do believe in coincidence?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so talk to
Yeah.
me. Can
It's
you
just
explain it?
I mean, I can't really explain that. You know what I mean? It's like it's a coincidence. Like it's like, if I see you at the gym at noon on one day, and I may see you let's say I'm gonna do a double, and I'm gonna go back at 7 o'clock, and I see you again. That ain't a coincidence. I seen you. A lot of times I look at it like, dang it, why am I seeing you twice? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Do I need
yeah.
to say something to you? Do you need to say something to me? You know what I'm saying? Is it something, I'm on the spiritual tip?
Right.
Do I might need to pray for you? Is it something that, maybe God put you in front of me for you to tell me something to get off your chest, or vice versa, why it's lining up like that. So yeah,
You mean like just people in general?
people in general, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been times in people in general that I really don't even know, and I might have seen them 2 or 3 times in the same day, or 2 or 3 times in the same week that I normally don't see them. And then if I don't say nothing to them or something, all of a sudden I'm like, dang, I wonder why I seen them, but did I miss something?
Gotcha.
Was I supposed to say something to them?
Gotcha.
Maybe I was supposed to give them some money or something. You know what I'm saying? Did I miss it? So yeah, I believe in a coincidence. Yeah.
Okay. So that, I guess that answers my question, because it's crazy, man. Like I work in Knoxville.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Maryville, with Tennessee. That's where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep seeing the same person, whether it's in Knoxville, by my job,
Uh-huh.
you know, because me and my wife work kind of really close to each other.
Yeah.
I keep seeing the same person there, and I see them like everywhere.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if you believe in coincidence, because that's crazy, man.
It could be stalking you.
Well, I think I'm the stalker. Apparently, yeah, I'm the stalker. So what's been going on since the last time we chopped it up?
Man, not much, man. I'm gonna tell you, with this COVID,
Yeah.
with the elections,
Oh,
man,
my
it seems like
goodness.
everything is going haywire
Oh, my
right now. But I'm gonna be
goodness.
honest with you, man. I've been copacetic. I've been cool. I've been just maneuvering through everything.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't changed who I am.
Yes,
I
sir.
am who I am.
Yeah, the
You know what I'm
podcast. Check it out, man. Check it out. For sure.
Check it out, man. You know, I'm still doing me, man. I still got my faith in God.
Yeah.
I still got my family, my kids, you know. I'm still grinding, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Speaking of your podcast, you had a great episode where you talked about porn.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know who's watching. If you're watching, I'll be honest with you. I struggle with it. I always have. I enjoy it. Like, you know how somebody can watch a football game.
Yeah.
I can watch a porn episode and be with the popcorn chilling. You know what I mean? And it's, you know, it appears now after, you know, I think I've been married 6 years. Well, it is 6 years. 6 years in October, and it's now starting to affect the marriage.
Okay.
At least that's what
Okay.
she says.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if that's just an excuse or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be.
Yeah.
So I honestly, you know, I would really like you to kind of talk briefly about like the episode, and then kind of help, you know, anybody else that may be dealing with that same issue, because it's tough when you enjoy something so much but hurt somebody else. Because a lot of people think, you know, hurting somebody is being like an addict.
Yeah.
Or not going to work, not being wanting to work, or you a eating habit, or whatever the habit is. People don't really consider porn an addiction.
Yeah.
And I will say that it may be. What do you think?
I was addicted to porn. that was one of my you know, my podcast was about me being addicted to porn, man. And I could remember, literally, dude. I remember the first titty I seen.
I do too.
I remember the first magazine. I remember the first video, you know, and that was back when I was, you know, 7th, 8th grade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And since then, you know, then it was just magazines. I remember them going from magazines to VHS to DVD to the internet.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, man, I was totally addicted. And the crazy thing is, it is an addiction, man, and it's dangerous.
Talk to me about the danger of it.
The danger of porn is, and you know, me, and I'm gonna let everybody know I'm a follower of Christ. You know, I'm a believer.
That's why you
so
here, man.
So everything that I say, I like to always break that down. Everything I say comes from me being a believer.
Yeah.
So, you know, Scripture even teaches us, if you even think of a woman lust for it in your heart, you committed adultery.
Right.
So I'm like, wow, you know. But then I also look at it this way: we are all made in God's image. So when I was watching these videos, before I was addicted to it, and I'm watching these videos, I'm looking at these women that are made in God's image, just like me, and they have a father, they a sister, they these things, and they getting these men are taking advantage of them.
Right.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, I was addicted to it. I'm like you, I could sit and watch porn, eating popcorn, analyze it, break it down like I'm an analyst. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is the crazy thing, though, and people that's watching this, you knew me growing up.
Yes, sir.
A lot of folks knew how I was. When me and my wife, when we got married, check this out. This is crazy. I had a tub at this big.
Yeah.
One of them plastic tubs you get at Walmart.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I
It
keep
was-
some T-shirts in them.
Yeah.
To this day.
Well, I kept porn videos in
wow.
it. I had DVDs. So you can
Wow.
imagine how many DVDs was in there. I had
Yeah.
it about filled up.
Yeah.
So when I got saved, I knew that was my stronghold. I knew, honestly, and this is no disrespect or had you going
Yeah,
through
no
whatever,
doubt, no
I
doubt.
knew that I couldn't balance looking at women like that and then having my wife over here. I knew that would be taken away from her.
Okay.
So I threw the porn in the trash can when we got married.
Yeah.
Outside.
I heard you on that
Yeah,
your episode.
yeah.
You said
I threw it in the trash can, and the next day I went back out there to the trash can and got it out and was cleaning them off. That's how addicted to it I was. I was like, whoa, wait a minute,
That's
I
like
can't
Pookie.
Man,
Yeah.
hey, it was like, you know, when I threw it out, it was like that night I was thinking like, man, that was some good DVDs I had, man. Some of these, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, I know exactly
And
what
I
you
went
mean.
back out and I cleaned them off, man. I had to pray, man. Like a lot of people don't realize, you a man.
Yeah,
I'm a man.
yeah.
And you deal with lustful thoughts. And I knew that I couldn't be delivered from man unless I had God. There was no way. Like me, myself, my wife knows that I was addicted to porn.
Right, right.
And she knows that I have to stay away from it. So there's not nothing, I ain't gonna sit here and act like I don't struggle with it still. I do struggle with it still, but I know I have to stay away from it because I know how I was and I dive back into it. You know
all
what I
or
mean?
nothing. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all or nothing. So, man, I realized when I was doing it, you know, when I was looking at it, it would put a spirit in my house, man. If I looked at it, even if my wife didn't know I was looking at it, she could come in the house and be like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What you mean, what's wrong with me? I ain't done nothing."
Yeah, yeah.
But really, I done looked at porn for 2 hours.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you know what I'm
no
saying?
doubt, no
And
doubt,
she
no
could see
doubt.
the spirit. She was like, "Something, you ain't right." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
with you?
No, I'm with
You know, and of course I'm denying it, but it's like that was what was wrong. That spirit was coming off of me. So
Yeah, yeah.
now I got a daughter, you know, and I know I don't want my daughter looking at stuff like that. I don't want nobody looking at my daughter like that, you know. So I put everything in this big bucket, and I'm like, okay, is it worth me still looking at it? You know, it's not, you know, because then I could look back, I could see how it was pulling me away from my wife because it puts you into this fantasy world.
Yeah, it does.
And if you watch it enough, you put this in your fantasy world, and then you expect your wife to do some of the things that you seeing these people getting paid to do.
Yeah.
And then you like, why you ain't doing that? You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that because, you know, I've always had an appetite.
Yeah.
Even, I don't know. I would say before porn, you know what I'm saying? I've always had an appetite, right? But I think with porn, like you said, you bringing that to her and expecting her to just go with the flow.
Yeah.
And now that you break it down like that, and I sit here and I think she was right on that one. That maybe I should cut back on it.
Yeah.
And I'll do what I can.
Yeah. Oh, you can do it. You could do it. It's funny you talk about this because I got another cat that I talk to, and he dealing with it.
Oh wow.
And I be challenging him every time I see him.
Yeah, yeah.
I challenge him. Hey, dog. He be like, man, I went 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
That's a long time, though.
Yeah, and he'll say it. And I'm like, and I'm laughing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I remember when I couldn't even go 3 hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I feel you.
You know, but it's real, man.
Yeah,
It's
so easy accessed.
That's another thing.
Access is so easy.
Yeah.
It's almost like pulling a cigarette. You could just do.
Type in anything you want.
Look real quick. All right, I'm back on it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like that quick of a fix, man. It's crazy how they made it so accessible.
And you just said it. A fix.
Yeah,
You know what
just
I'm
to get
saying?
you. All right, yeah, another 10 minutes. But you know, I remember though, Ludacris on a song a long time ago said, you know, to get the job done, whatever motivates you, he said, speed, weed, whatever you need, to get the job done, and that hit home with me because a lot of times, you know where we're at.
Yeah.
It's not a lot to be excited about as far as motivation wise, right?
Yeah.
Real stagnant, real slow motion.
Yeah.
Not a lot of opportunity for people that look like me and him.
Yeah.
You know, you really got to struggle to get to a good point.
Yeah.
So, you know, the motivation is always on the decline.
Yeah.
So anything to just gas me up,
Yeah.
I use as fuel just to get the podcast shot or work out or whatever it is, or not do what I want to do with whoever, you know, to cause problems. So it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
And people use it for different stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact, I'm gonna applaud you because the fact that you said your wife know about it and she like you watching it too much, that's a connection between you and your wife most couples don't have.
Well, I don't like to hide it.
That's
But
great
I have
for a marriage.
hide it, hid it before.
Yeah, but see, like me, I was hiding it.
Yeah.
I came out and told her about it.
Yeah.
After the fact that I was trying to get delivered from it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was hiding it, and even when I would look at it, you know, and she like, "What's wrong with you?" ain't nothing wrong with me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, but the fact that you open about it in your marriage is a great positive thing for your marriage.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's she knows it, you know it, it's
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
and y'all
everybody
can
know.
deal
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it
yeah.
together.
Yeah,
you
we
know
can
what
try.
I'm
We
saying?
can definitely try.
You know.
So that's another. Since we're on this topic, monogamy is really big right now, right? You know, I saw a video where a guy said it's a podcast, him and his wife, and he basically says women won't monogamy so much, but then when they get in a relationship, they kind of keep sex from the man. Because like, you think about when we're dating, sex all the time. Sex, you can't even get enough sex. Like sex is just sex. Like if you're going to eat, you're having sex.
Yeah.
If you're going to the park, you're having sex. If you're going to Nashville on a trip, you're having sex all the way back. You know what I'm saying? And as you soon as you sign the paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody said that.
Yeah.
Everybody said
Yeah.
that when I was thinking about getting married.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, man, right. So I guess my question is, though, to make a long story short, is do you because you're a man of God.
Yeah.
So do you really think that monogamy is human nature? Like, that's what we really are supposed to be doing? And before you answer, I want to say this. Because a lot of people are trying to change everything.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. Everything's cool.
Okay.
Everything's good. Everything's okay. And now they're saying, men, women, everybody should just be out here doing whatever with whoever.
Yeah.
Just have a good time. And I come from a generation to where, you're supposed to. I ain't saying I did any of this, but what I'm saying, you're supposed to wait till marriage.
Yeah.
And then be with that one
Be with
person,
one
and then just hold it down. And no, everybody backslits or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm a firm believer. One wife, one husband. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in that. You see a lot of these people, I don't even know their names, they showing themselves, they got 2 wives or 2 girlfriends, what's his name? Brother Polite, whatever his name is.
Yeah, oh man,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
Yeah, and it's
Doing
another
his
guy,
thing.
it's another guy that I see. But like scripture tells us, it's holy matrimony. Yeah, in the Old Testament, you see a lot of that. You go to the Middle East, you see a lot of that. But we praise that part of it. But one thing we don't want to disagree, talk about is when you see all these women that's over there going through that, they getting beat, they slaves. They just used for one thing. And then in the Middle East, if you got enough money, you can have as many women as you want, but you can do whatever you want to them.
Gotcha.
They're considered an object. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about a woman like that being treated like an object, and you think about it as a black man, and you go back to slavery, and we were not even treated as a human being, and then you know what I'm saying? And we act like, as men, we should have more than one wife or have as many women as we want. To do what? To treat them as objects. You know what I'm saying? And when I think about my daughters, like, and my mama, and with my sister, you know what I'm saying? When I think about that, I know how I was. I know what I can be, and I know for a fact that it's some men out there that don't want to do nothing. And this is what I used to say: let the love out. And they good. Go on to the next one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when I think about that, like, I have to be 100. I got to give my wife 110%.
Yeah.
If I don't give my wife 110%, then that means I'm looking to give somebody else something that belongs to my wife.
Gotcha.
And then when I look at it that way, and men, we selfish.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We act like you see these men that got these multiple women. Let them multiple women go on a date with some other man.
So
you know what I'm saying?
That's the final question.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we jealous.
Yeah.
We greedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I realize I have to give my wife all of me, because if I don't give her all of me, then my eyes are going to wander and try to give another chick some of me, and that some of me can ruin my life. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's deep.
And it's and when you get married, it's holy matrimony. The scripture teaches us that you become one flesh, and that means when my wife hurt, I hurt. When I hurt, she hurt. That's why. And you've been married, what, 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years out sober.
And how many times have you walked in the house and she could tell something wrong with you, or you could tell something wrong with her, and she ain't got to say something?
Yeah, every time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
But that's the part we don't look at. That's one flesh. You see what I'm saying? You can, if you got a girlfriend or you got a chick on the side or something like that, you ain't walking in the house and seeing if anything wrong with her or what's wrong with her, because you really just getting something on the side. But when you one flesh, man, my wife could tell if I'm hungry, and I ain't even said nothing. She could tell last night, this is funny, last night we was laying in the bed, and I wasn't saying nothing.
Yeah.
And she said, hey, I said, huh? She said, you sleepy? I said, yeah, I'm in the bed, I'm going to sleep. She said, you ain't sleepy, I can tell by the way you said, huh? I said, I ain't even say nothing. I just said, I was wide awake. I said, she ain't gonna get me on this one.
Yeah.
But that's part of one flesh. You know what I'm saying? One flesh, man.
Yeah. So, to piggyback off that, why do you think when a man, when I was cheating, I expected my wife to just deal with it.
Yeah.
And I felt like she should deal with
Yeah.
it. I felt like that was her responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
But how come when a woman cheats on a man, we can't handle it?
Because we little punks.
Is that why? Because I feel I feel it's more gangster.
We sensitive.
Why?
We don't want to talk about that. Let me tell you how sensitive.
Let me tell you how sensitive
we are.
Talk to me.
We sitting here doing this podcast, right?
Yes, sir.
We locked in talking about porn, wives, all that little stuff.
All my favorite subjects.
We good. You good. You hit the gym all the time. Hey, when y'all see this cat in the gym, it's ridiculous.
Chad Rob Games.
Chad Rob Games. I'm telling you.
Everywhere.
But let us be sitting here right here, and you go up there and your wife walking down the street with another man, and you like, who in the world is that?
He gotta die.
My point exactly. We sensitive, and we take up for ours. That's your flesh right there. That's your rib. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we look at it. Woman came out of man. You see what I'm saying? Wow. So when you think about that, and that's your flesh, and she walking with a man that you don't even know, it ain't no uncle, it ain't no cousin, it's this cat, and then you might know who this, well, you don't know the cat, but you know how you are.
Yeah.
You know how men are.
Yeah.
And you see her looking at him a certain way that you think that she's only supposed to look at you.
Yeah.
I bet you money he paused his podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to quit drinking as much. So yeah, we ain't gonna pause right this second to drink. But yeah, it's getting deep.
But that's part of it, man. Men, we sensitive. Why do you think when a breakup happened, if a husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend break up, and they breaking up, the woman was over the man 6 months before they broke up.
Yeah, I know that.
So then, so when a woman leave, and we say, oh baby, please, she was over 6 months ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You like, oh
yeah.
baby, she was done with you 6 months ago when you was cutting up.
Yeah.
And then you go back and you think, dang, she was really trying to keep me, and I was out here doing my thing. Now she gone. Now I'm sensitive over here crying, can't eat, can't sleep, done lost 20 pounds, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you gotta lose the weight to get back in the game. You gotta lose the weight, get you another young thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's deep, man. Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you mentioned the election. I'm gonna say this. I don't like to be political.
I'm not political at all.
Yeah, so I will say this. I will say this. Since I've been alive, you didn't vote.
I didn't vote.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about that. Why? So me, I voted. The reason why I voted was because in my house as a kid, I grew up with my grandparents. All we watched was the news, Young and the Restless, and the Braves. That's all we watched. And every now and then they would let me watch Saved by the Bell till the news came on. You know what I mean? So in my house, voting was everything. Because when they were coming up, they were battling and picketing and protesting to vote.
Yeah.
For
just the right.
Just the right.
Yeah.
And that's the second reason that I voted is because a lot of black people died. And I know they say it ain't the only thing that black people, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we're talking about just voting.
Yeah.
And a lot of black people died for me to be able to vote.
Yeah.
So that's why I voted. So talk to me about why
everybody. That's why a lot of black people vote.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of flack from it all the time.
Yeah,
I didn't vote the last election.
Oh wow.
And number one my religious beliefs. I'm not gonna get all into that because I can go for a minute. Well, not a minute, but I can break it down real quick. But another thing is, I'm gonna talk to it on the strength of. First, I'm gonna hit 2 points.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the spiritual point. I'm gonna hit the black point.
Okay. As
a black person, we taught. You vote because your ancestors died for a right for us to vote.
Exactly.
They done all this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, black people were segregated. They was trying to get something then.
Yeah.
Okay. If you think about this, right, and I get a lot of flack from this. When you post this up, people gonna be going off on me. How many people that look like us have we put in a position that we can vote for?
I mean, it was one similar, kind of close, just one.
But how many people can we actually relate to as black people?
Oh.
Since if you go back from the 50s and 60s, since we was able to have a right to vote. Okay, this on the black tip.
Yeah, I'm listening.
okay, it's always been white people that's put in these positions that we as black people got to vote for. Now the white people, I'm not no pro-black person or anything. Like, I love everybody.
Yeah, I understand.
The white people that were really for integration and everybody for one got killed.
Right.
John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. He was assassinated. So then you fast forward to right now.
Yeah.
We got 2 70-plus-year-old white men to choose between.
Okay.
Donald Trump, Joe Biden.
Okay.
And everybody got something bad. Everybody got something bad to say about both. They're pulling dirt up on both of them.
Yeah.
So as a black person, as a black man, you telling me if I'm black this, you telling me that 2 70-year-old white men know what's best for me as a black man? You see what I'm saying? I gotta choose between Donald Trump and Joe Biden as a black man.
Yeah, I'm listening.
That's what I gotta choose between, and you want me to settle between 2 people that know nothing about being black. They 70 years old and they lived in a place where they got anything that they wanted, but because my ancestors died, that I gotta choose between. Now, keep in mind, y'all, this is on the black term. I gotta vote for whoever the white man gave me to vote.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me in the whole United States you only gotta be born in the U.S. for 35 to run for president, and that's all I got to choose from for a black man?
And it used to be 40.
For a black man, though?
Yeah.
And you telling me I gotta settle? No, I'm not gonna settle for that. Because I don't agree with either one of them on most topics. So I'm supposed to agree with one black man because he says he's for Black Lives Matter, but I'm not supposed to agree with the other one on it, and then you're going to put me in a category.
Yeah.
So if I vote for Biden, I'm in a category. If I vote for Trump, I'm in a category. I didn't vote. Now I'm in another category.
Yeah.
So, and another thing, real quick, religiously.
No, take your time.
Religiously.
Only thing we waiting on is the sun. But it still look good.
It look good still.
Yeah.
So on the spiritual tip, I'm a follower of Christ. If you look in the scripture, I think it's 1 Samuel 8, the first king that's recorded in the Bible is Saul. Saul became king because the Israelites asked for a king, right? Listen to this. People don't want to think about this. When they asked for a king, Samuel was the prophet who spoke to God. He was mad. Tore his clothes, put ashes on him and everything. God said, it's not you they rejecting, it's me they rejecting.
Wow.
He said, give them what they want. Give them a king, that's what they want. Give them one. He said, but when you give them one, he said, tell them these are the consequences that they gonna get. Now, if you read that scripture, you will see that they got what they wanted, and it was consequences that followed by that. They became slaves. Whole lot of stuff that happened in that. Because they didn't want to follow God. So now, the president's supposed to swear on this Bible. We the only country that's ran by opinion. You go to the Middle East, their country is ran by their religion. We swear on the Bible, but our country is ran on somebody else's opinion. So for the next 4 years, this country is going to be ran on Joe Biden's opinion. You know what I'm saying? And the next is going to be somebody else's opinion. We have no truth no more.
Well, they're trying to knock truth out. Like, truth is what's the word when everybody has an opinion? Objective. I don't know what the word is, but when everybody got an opinion on what's right. Now that's what they do. So whoever's the most popular opinion
is gonna whoever got the most money, the most popular opinion is gonna run this country. So now I'm in a position where I gotta vote for somebody's opinion. And now I know that their opinion, you a 77-year-old white dude. As a black man, how's your opinion going to line up with mine? How do you know what's best for me?
You already know what it's going to do. You remember what they used to do? You remember what this field used to be?
But
you know what I'm saying?
So as a black man, I struggle with that. As a follower of Christ, I struggle with this. Now, I'm a believer in Christ before anything. I've not heard not one president come up and say, you know what, y'all? I'm going to follow this book right here. I'm gonna do whatever God tells me to do. You swearing on this book, but you're doing what the opposite say.
Well, you can't follow the book anymore.
And then you gotta think about this. On either side you vote for, they all putting God in it. Well, God sent Trump. Well, God sent Biden. Well, who the God sent? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm reading my scripture, and I'm like, all of y'all messed up. Because all of y'all, you got a set of people that's saying vote for anybody just because my ancestors died for it. So you just vote for anybody. Then you got some other people that's voting for somebody just because you want to keep your guns. And you got another group of people saying you vote for somebody because you don't agree with homosexuality. And you just going for those one little bitty things. But it's a whole lot more picture to all of this. You know what I'm saying? And then as black people, how many times do we actually take the step forward to put ourselves in a position to better our own communities. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Man, and I'm sitting back, listen, Chad Rob Gaines.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, I talk to God every day.
Mm-hmm.
I read my Bible every day.
Yeah.
I pray every day.
Yeah.
God gives me discernment every day.
Yeah.
I'm not talking no BS. I'm standing on what I feel the sovereign Lord has given me.
I got you.
And I can't settle for something that's less than his word. So if God is here and nobody's trying to get right here with him, I can't settle for something right down here. Just because somebody died for it.
Gotcha.
Back then, the black people, everybody was together then.
Yeah.
We ain't nobody together now. Black, white, Asian, we all
Ain't
stabbing each other in the back.
Yeah. Shoot them. Yeah. Get them out. Yeah. No, you said something there, man. That's I'm glad you broke it down that way because it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I heard that a lot in this election. Why we settling for the
lesser of two evils is what people say.
And a lot of people said that last time, but I didn't agree with that. I actually thought the female candidate was, because it seemed like Trump was like me in high school, show up for the test and didn't even look at nothing in the book. Like at least read the cliff notes. At least, you know what I'm saying? At least she was prepared, studied. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, on a lighter note, man, because it's about to get dark on us.
Dark. Still look nice though.
Yeah. I know you're a Lions fan.
Yeah, man, I've been looking at that jacket,
yeah,
man.
I
bet I didn't want to get interviewed today because of that jacket he got on.
Well, his face, when I opened the door, his face was like, what? Well, I was like, yeah, brother. Yeah. But, so I know you're a Lions fan,
yes,
and sports is your thing.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
It always has been your thing.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel with this coronavirus, COVID-19, cases going up, and we are still playing sports all the way down to a grasshopper
My son
age
got
group?
a football game tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. One side of me is like, I don't know. I really don't know, man. I'm serious. Like, nobody in my immediate family has been affected with this virus.
Right.
There's been people that's got over it, but this is the crazy thing. My wife's father and grandmother died from the virus.
Wow, really?
But this the crazy thing. They was in the hospital for something else. The doctors, we couldn't go to the hospital.
Right,
they don't let you go. They don't let you go.
Yeah.
The doctors were saying they doing better. On the same day, we get a phone call from 2 different hospitals saying they testing them for COVID. Then we get another phone call, 2 different hospitals, they tested positive for COVID. Wow. Then we get another call from the 2 different hospitals that they giving them CPR. And then we get another call that they died of COVID. Now keep in mind, they went to the hospital for something totally different.
Wow.
So do I think that they really died of COVID? Me personally, no, I don't think so.
Right.
But as far as other than that, nobody in my family's been affected with it. I think it's real.
Okay.
I think it's real. But I also think fear is taking over. Because people still do what they want to do. You see people that'll wear masks at some places and not other places. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just do what I feel like I need to do best. I ain't in nobody's face, and you know.
Do you remember Batman Begins, the first one?
Batman Begins. Which one was that? With the
one where they spray the stuff. The newer series.
Oh, the newer series. Okay.
The first one.
Okay.
Where he was Bruce Wayne leaves, get Azul.
Okay.
They were spiking the water. To chemical warfare.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, and I don't want to get too deep on this because I don't want to, they watching anyway. But I think, because I heard Trump say something about he hasn't had any wars or something, but I think that's what this is. It's chemical warfare.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, you're infected. The goal is to get 100% infection, right? And then you press the button that does what the virus really does. Yeah. Because that's what I don't believe. I don't think we know what the virus is. And I don't think we know what it's capable of.
And coronavirus been around for a while.
That's what I'm saying.
The coronavirus, it's just, from my understanding, it's another strand of it. You could look on the Lysol can that says coronavirus, kills coronavirus on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this is a different, I don't think this is coronavirus.
I don't know what it is.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't know, but, it's going to be impossible not to get it when we like you said, ain't nobody sitting still, ain't nobody changing nothing.
As people, we so gullible anyway. They could have told us it was the AIDS floating around, and we'd have been going with it, man.
Exactly,
so you know, it's part of it.
Yes, sir.
You know,
yes, sir.
I just stay prayed up, man. Be cautious.
Hey, that's what's
That's
up.
it, man.
Well, yeah, man. To wrap it up, man, before we get dark on us, tell them about your podcast, man, because it's really dope. Y'all definitely need to check it out, man.
Man, check out the podcast, Above the Norm. That's one word. If you got an iPhone, you could type it in your podcast thing, Above the Norm, and it'll come up. You'll see Tony. Excuse me, you see Tony AJ Jr. up there. I think I got like close to 400 episodes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man.
Yeah. You
and
doing your thing,
and
man.
it's just, I do 5-minute episodes, man. It's something that's to hit your spirit, man. Talk about something, get stuff off my mind, give you a positive outlook on certain topics, and then I'm off. Bam, that's it. So, man, you can listen to it, man. Check me out on Facebook, Anthony Jones Jr. I'm on Facebook, and that's about it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, thank you for coming through. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man.
This is the hashtag iAMWHOiAM podcast. I hope you got something from this. Trying to have tougher conversations with season 2. So hopefully you got something from this. I know as men we struggle with a lot of what we talked about, but stay up. This is the hashtag iAMWHOiAM podcast. Like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe to my boy Chad Rob Gaines too.
Yes, sir.
I'm dead serious. He break down how to work out, y'all. I be watching his videos trying to get my shoulders right and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So Chad Rob Gaines, check him out. I am who I am, man. Keep up the good work. And one quick thing. Last time you asked me my top 5 rappers. And I'm gonna end it with this, and we gonna cut it off, or he gonna cut it off. Will Smith, best rapper all time.
Last time you said Eminem was.
Yeah, I know, man. You caught me off guard, man. You caught me off guard.
Will Smith be snapping, man. Getting jiggy with it.
Man, you got to go back before that.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
Before that.
Yeah. Have you heard that song that dude made for him? I can't think of his name. Will Smith.
Jonah Lucas.
Yeah. That song.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
And then he done the song together with it. He's stepping off, man.
That's hard, man. That's hard. But on that note, as always, I'll be back. Yeah.